By the way, I'm officially canon now.
Hello.
What? Hi.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Dark Matter.
Ta-da!
I am Simon, Wandering DM. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Tonight's gonna be a special episode. It's been 2 weeks in the planning, I think. With last week us playing the Wismos for a special episode. We're getting back to the crew this week as the crew embarks on their heist because I want to make sure that everything is okay with you. We'll do a recap, and after that we'll begin back aboard your ship. So we'll rewind the clock a few hours before the jump to the casino ship, just in case if there's anything last minute you needed to prepare, and then we'll begin. So who wants to recap?
Eddie should.
What? Oh, okay. Well, so let's see. If I recall, we went to a Vex ship, where, or AKA a foundry. I don't know if it was the foundry, but it was a foundry, where Doxy was extremely excited, because he had never really interacted with a Vex or like seen a Vex ship. So as soon as they dock, Doxy is whisked away by a tour guide, and he pays the more exorbitant fee to get the special tour. Has a blast wandering around this amazing ship. Ends up running into an engineer who has gotten himself into a bit of trouble. Doxy, being the techno whiz that he is, realizes what's wrong, fixes the Vex engineer, and befriends him almost immediately. The guide is whisked away, and they begin chattering about all kinds of techno babble. While meanwhile, the others are wandering off, trying to find out how to get a body for our newly split, reformed AI, Twitch, who was replaced by, I believe, Walter was the alternative name, or rather the original factory settings name for the AI. And so now Twitch, we're looking for a body for Twitch, and the Vex have a solution, but they need something to power this. A power, I can't remember, was it like a, there was like a crystal of some kind.
It's a mithril core.
The mithril core, right? And then Chet, the engineer that Doxy saved, or helped out, and the rest of the crew, we all gather and we start talking about the things that we need. And he mentions that there's also a crystal that you could use as an alternative to this mithril core. And there may have been a couple of slight body language twitches that occurred, and a couple of folks that were suspicious, such as Eddard. But lo and behold, nothing. No one was the wiser that, in fact, the crew had a giant crystal that could be used as a substitute. However, there's various things connected to this crystal that maybe is why we're not even talking about it. So the mithril core is a prize that has been offered for a game called Twice Senite, being or trying a Twice Senite tournament being run on a casino ship, which apparently Doxy has spent quite a bit of time playing in his youth, and now has been putting Loxy, his AI, through various training regiments so that they can enter into this casino and potentially either legitimately win this mithril core or steal everything. Going full Ocean's 11. And I think that's where we left off. Did I miss anything?
No, that's all of it.
I mean, there was that mild disagreement.
Oh, about yes, whether or not. So we dove into doing research around this casino ship and who's on it and who runs it, and getting some dirt on the people, which we got a lot. And so now that's one of the reasons why we've been able to put together this heist, and with a greater chance of success because we can prepare for it. However, Kebichet has a rival or conflicting house on this ship that, if spotted, would probably cause a bit of tension, or death on site.
I'm not the one responsible for that one.
Yeah. So nothing's gonna go wrong. It's gonna be fine. Nothing's gonna happen.
Everything will be just fine.
So at the beginning, we split the party, right?
You
Yes.
do know what FINE stands for, right?
Nope.
So, before we head out to the casino ship, which I realize that my music isn't really fitting.
Is it like the Folston Paradise?
No, it's like it was like carnival music. Almost. Almost. The Santa Monica Pier, I should say.
Fun.
But it's not really spacefaring, as it were. So before we leave to go to wherever it is that you're gonna go, whichever part you're gonna take in this heist, I wanted to know if there was anything else you wanted to do to prepare before this happened.
I'm gonna whip out my corporate, black card, and I'm gonna purchase a holodeck for our ship.
Okay. The firm is going to refuse your corporate card claim because you have no urgent need of a holodeck.
Actually, do I need it for a heist that they've asked me to perform?
You're gonna have to be more precise.
Well, the firm has requested that we make the owner of this casino be shed in a very poor light. And a holodeck would go to great lengths to help us frame the casino owner for insurance fraud.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, I bet he's good at that.
I hear I'm good at those. I get advantage too when I because this is related to business.
We'll go.
Oh shit.
So let's see how I do.
I was gonna
I'm-
say DC 20.
But let's go ahead and I'm going to use my genius ability to reroll.
Hey, are you having this conversation in public?
No, I'm having this conversation on the ship.
No, but she
In
meant, I
public on the
think,
ship?
in front of the priest.
Oh, right.
It would be in my room on my personal
Oh, shit.
terminal calling them. So 29.
All right. You will get a holo deck for the ship.
Wow.
It's just not gonna get shipped right away.
Oh.
It's not teleported inside the ship.
I'm using the card at the Vex Foundry to purchase it because that's how credit cards work. Right?
I mean,
Right? I'm not going on Space Amazon.
I mean, you could have same day
they
delivery
might
with
have one
Space
day
Amazon.
shipping. Yeah, they might have one day shipping.
Overnight shipping of a holodeck.
across the universe. Space
Space
UPS versus Space FedEx. The two great houses.
But if only we were in a Vect ship and we were parked at a Vect foundry and there was Vect engineers that could work on our Vect ship to install a Vect holodeck on our Vect ship.
That's impossible. You're talking nonsense right now.
You are twisting my arm. Ah.
I mean, Simon, I had an alternative anyway, so.
But you rolled a 20 like freaking 9. So the firm will acquiesce to your demand and will approve your expense. And in your cargo bay, I'm gonna change a thing. Your cargo is going to look slightly different from now on because, well, guess who just got... Whoa, this is gonna fall if I put it like that. Guess who just got a brand new holodeck somewhere?
The Enterprise.
We're gonna close off this room.
Oh, sick.
Can't believe it worked.
Roll a 29, so.
I can't believe it either.
I mean, he could have done better if he wasn't, hiding in his room.
That
could have
is
been
true.
30 plus. Simon just removed the door. There's no...
Yeah, you guys are
they
like
install it.
Sims.
Can't go in.
They-
Can't get out. Can't
They
go
installed,
in. Can't get out.
they installed the hologram, but then, like, oh, wait. How did we get into it?
I mean, that's not a problem for me.
It's you paid for the holodeck, you didn't pay for the doors.
Oh, my
Oh
God.
wow, those are precise contracts. Seems like we're making a deal with the devil.
Wow, it's like you're making a deal with the firm. Alright,
Well,
well-
while you're doing this, so Simon, basically, I would spend my time working on this holodeck to I'll be preparing tech, so like fabricated videos, making the holodeck look exactly like the specs of the
Vault.
vault, as well as like the hallways and things like that. So just kind of shifting things around, so that way I can basically, if I need to, replace camera footage and sensor footage where necessary.
Okay.
So I'll be doing that.
And whoever was installing the holodeck, I'm going to be casting the ritual Safia's industrious worker to increase the speed of their work by 4 times.
So it
Oh,
would probably be me and Chet, because we're buddy.
Yep.
You and chat.
Yeah, so since it's a ritual, I can just cast it on both of them, so they both work 4 times faster.
And Chet actually is impressed by your ship and by the amount of the mixture of different technologies in it. It seems like it's not often that you see a ship fitted with everything that yours has.
Mhm.
And turns out Chet actually builds our ship in the future, inspired by
The ship from the past, yeah.
The time paradox.
So as soon as he gets out of the ship, he just vanishes into a whirlpool of energy.
Yay, causality loops. Woo!
Mm,
He'll be fine.
mhm.
Wouldn't it be awesome if that was like exactly it?
Mhm.
Yeah, it would be actually pretty fun.
You
And-
just don't have the whole story.
We don't know what actually happened. We'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
Hey, there you go.
Capuchet is going to retreat to her room and meditate for a while. Because she's still pissed.
But nobody's the wiser.
Oh no, no one is wiser.
Remind me, you're
especially
angry because I suggested that you show yourself in the open, or is it something else that I've done?
a little bit of
You
it,
don't-
yes.
You don't know because none of you asked.
What?
So
Well, I would-
she's generally angry.
I mean, I believe. Well,
I mean, the general upset was because, you asked the cleric of the void to walk up to a bishop of the Inquisition and, say hi.
Yeah, talk to him.
Sup, brother?
yeah, but we talked later though. Remember?
No, we didn't.
Technically it was off stream, but
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been some
Not
weeks,
really.
y'all. It's been some weeks.
yeah.
So she retreats to her room and disconnects everything and goes to meditate.
Let's see. Can I want to deliver food to you because I'm pretty sure you're not getting out of there. Do you have a food fabricator in your holy land of your room?
No, the food fabricator is in the kitchen. Which, for some reason, has also run out of blueberries.
Very peculiar.
Okay. I'm going to take a look at all the other berries. Are we running out of other stuff?
Nope.
No, a few blackberries. There you go.
Everything's fine.
All right. Let me deliver some food to the cleric. I'm gonna go knock at the door with a tray of whatever the ship wanted to give you.
Yes.
I would suppose you'd be hungry. It's been a while since I've seen you out.
I'm meditating.
Not right now. You're not. You're eating.
I'm meditating.
I'm gonna knock again.
She will open the door.
I'm gonna take a step back. When I get punched in the face.
Her feathers are black.
That's unusual.
I'm going to be meditating for a while.
I don't want you to go hungry while meditating.
It's not really a problem for me.
Okay. You sure you
Cleric.
don't want to... yes, I know of that. You sure you don't
I
want to...
can literally create food anytime I desire it.
So in this case, it's not just about food. You really want to be left alone. Okay. I'm quite sorry to... I'm going to go eat...
Edda, go. You're a very sweet boy. But considering how much I really, 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 really at the moment want to say something very unkind to your charming captain, I'm going to meditate.
I kind of want to know what you would like to say.
No, you don't.
Cross my heart. I ain't going to say nothing to no one. Come on. You know you want to.
It's okay. Chat has about 10 minutes of delay, so if there's anything, we can censor it.
Oh no. She literally just kind of looks at him and breathes very deeply and says, "So, Eddard, you remember that little trip we took a small gentleman on?"
Yes, that small trip ended up with him being swallowed up by the void. That...
I don't have to do that through an airlock.
Okay.
So, I'm going to meditate and not introduce our captain to the void in a permanent sense at the moment. It's just bad for everyone involved.
Okay, please give me some warning if you're going to do that to him.
Like I said, I'm going to meditate so I don't choose to do so.
I'll be in the kitchen.
By the way, I'm still monitoring your dietary concerns. No, you can't have more than 6 cherry cordials, and she closes the door.
But damn it, Doxy, I need your help with something.
What?
Could you order some cordial for me? There's always a way. There's always a way.
As
Does
Eddard
Kevin
leaves,
have a limit on you for that?
Shut up and order them.
Is that a way to speak to your boss?
At this point, I just need a little bit of cordial in me to get the colors back into my face.
Ah, I see.
Like Doxy's like basically responding to this while he's like working on the doctoring of footage and all these kinds of other things. So it's kind of like, oh man, he's just surrounded by hard light displays.
Now that I have 2 trays, I'm gonna go see Whitney.
All right. I think Justin had something.
yeah,
Yes.
basically as soon as Eddard walks down the hall, I'm knocking on Kipshit's door.
Oh shit!
Well, make your prayers.
Knock, knock, knock.
I'm meditating.
Hey, we need to talk.
No, we really, really don't.
Yeah, we really, really do.
She opens the door. Captain.
Look, I'm sorry that I made some suggestions that were less than ideal. You know these Inquisition types way better than I do. I know that generally speaking, the circles that I am involved in, enemies can't necessarily deal with one another in public places. I suppose the rules are a little shifted when it comes to religious organizations. And I
Captain,
apologize.
if we're going to have this conversation, I appreciate it. Come inside.
Okay, I step in.
She closes the door.
Hmm.
Captain,
Yes.
I appreciate your apology. You're used to dealing with individuals who need to maintain a fiction to maintain their authority. Yes?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. People I'm used to dealing with, they operate a little bit differently than maybe the people that you're used to dealing with. And I was using my experiences to formulate a plan that was inherently flawed because of that. I apologize.
And I understand. Let me give you a small crash course on what we're actually going to be dealing with. You're going to be dealing with an individual who is used to total and utter authority. You're going to be dealing with an individual who has no reason to give a shit about anything that happens, except that he is seen to be in total and utter authority. Any contradiction to that, he will destroy on sight. Or, I'm very, very lucky, he might choose to try and take me back to the Holy Lands, where there'd be a very, very public trial and a very, very, very public execution. Slowly and painfully.
And I'm not going to let that happen. We're not gonna go with my original idea. I understand the mistake, but what you mentioned, the total control, I think I can work with that to create a new plan that I think you might like. I think what we do is we drive a wedge between, Mr. Casino over here and Mr. Inquisition over here, where Mr. Inquisition thinks that maybe Mr. Casino Manager is undermining his control, is questioning his authority. I think that's the start of a new plan.
Why do we keep changing the plan when we can just go in and we have a plan? Are we trying to do something other than get this mithril core and get off that ship
We
without getting shot?
We're also supposed to make sure that we leave with the casino owner looking particularly in a bad situation.
Getting his casino robbed is guaranteed to make him look like a bad situation.
Yeah. Apparently, we're supposed to do a little more than that. Not only is his trust as a casino owner, but his integrity is supposed to be put in question when we're done.
Fine.
But I promise, we'll try. I'll do my best to make sure that there's at least 30 feet between you and Mr. Inquisition over there. At all times, at least.
Captain.
Out of sight is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You are aware that there are things that I can do that don't require me to be within 30 feet of anyone.
Oh no, I'm completely aware. The point was, I was using distance to try and express that I was going to make sure that we keep you two apart.
I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, while I appreciate your sentiment, and I'm going to firmly, as I always do, support you, Captain, I need to meditate. So.
Is anything else bothering you, or we all good?
We're fine.
Is everything else fine?
Yes, everything's fine.
Alrighty then. I leave.
I'm going to meditate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm saying I leave. Yeah.
And she closes the door and disconnects from everything.
All right. Doxy, after about an hour, you and Chet have finished installing the holodeck, and you've configured it entirely to look like the blueprints of the inside of the Gambler's Fallacy that you had found. You...
Oh. Good work.
Oh, thank you. Good work to you too. This is my new voice for Chet, because it's been over 2 weeks and I don't remember exactly what it was. It was something along these lines anyway, from what notes I have about his personality. Might I inquire, Doxy, are you uploading these blueprints because you intend on buying a new ship?
No, we're exploring some potentials for future future ships potentially.
Well, I'd be careful if I were you. And he points somewhere on the blueprint and he says, "This here seems like a weak spot in the hull." And he
Ooh.
taps right under where the reactors should be.
Okay.
And he says, the one rogue comet or asteroid or, junk in space or what have you. If it hits there, it might just debalance the entire reactor core and cause a fluctuation in the fusion engine and technobabble, which would result in the ship being dead in the water. Or dead in space, as it were.
I see what you're saying. And he kind of does the whole hollow zoom in, just kind of starts it's kind of like Iron Man breaking apart pieces, doing the whole pulling things apart. So yes, I see what you mean. There's this fixture here causes this fixture here causes the whole fixture to be, the whole sector to be destabilized whenever something with enough force hits it.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, and he points to, from the inside of that structure, what is it exactly that they've put there? Because it doesn't seem like this is a brilliant way. It seems like this must have been something that was tacked onto the ship after manufacturing.
It is curious.
You could probably get a good 100,000 credits off of that ship if you buy it in that order. If you bring it back to the forge, we can probably find a way to fix it without it being too expensive for you or your crew.
Thank you for letting me know, and I appreciate the offer. Doxy just kind of looks like he's in thought about that particular sector, and I kind of imagine that he glances over to Loxy, who then begins to kind of do simulation calculations, and like kind of in like the subvocal kind of deal. Doxy had basically given commands to Loxy to begin figuring out different scenarios or different things that this could potentially be, like what was attacked on, how can we utilize it. Obviously the whole power destabilization would be a huge boon if we need to cause a distraction or disturbance, all that kind of stuff. So having Loxy just kind of run through simulations.
Pretty much all of the simulations result in the ship having to power down to avoid a major leak that could lead to an explosion that would rip the ship apart. It's a linchpin, but it's also a linchpin, like Chet said, that had to be added on. So there's something fishy about that linchpin.
Right. It's like it was placed there.
Yeah. Can you make are you proficient with thieves' tools?
I think that's one thing I'm not proficient in. I'm proficient in interface kit, which is like the thieves' tools for data.
Are you?
And box.
Oh, are you proficient with flying any type of ship?
Yes, I am a pilot.
Oh, then in that case, you knowing a bit how ships are built, made, with what knowledge you have.
Well, I built the one in the hangar, or I at least
you've worked on it. That's true.
Yeah.
It would be analogous to saying I've clipped a leaking bottle of nitro to the motor of my car. It smells of insurance fraud.
Aha. Okay. It's like it's set up so that way they can do a quick escape or kind of like a quick cash grab kind of thing.
Yeah, but if they don't stop the ship, it's an insurance fraud that also kills hundreds of thousands of people in it.
I'm gonna take that information and kind of have Loxy send off a data packet that basically runs through one of the scenarios to Zendak. So at some point, whenever we've kind of finished up here, that is quite curious. That seems out of place. Like he's just basically kind of playing off this conversation, and they kind of go into the different speculations of potential of why they did that and all that kind of thing. And then send that off to Zendak.
As you do that, and while the camera pans away from Doxy to go back up the ship to Zendak, we see two of the Wizmos in the holodeck, one of which has a helmet with a blackened visor on it, and he's holding a tiny stick, trying to whack away at a ball that the other is levitating in front of him. Zendak, you receive a communication from Doxy.
I read it. This is interesting.
It's a data pack. Yeah.
Definitely going to be using this when it comes to embarrassing our friend. So, last time we came and talked about a plan, we we threw down some basics, but ultimately we didn't agree on anything because it kind of depended on Kevashet pissing off the Inquisitor, and knowing what I know now, obviously that's not going to work. So we need we need to finish the plan. Or are we saying, or I'm assuming we need to talk about what we figured out of character, in character? Or can we say we've already gone over that?
No, we can already have gone over the plan. You can already have gone over the plan in character, which was, everything that we discussed out of character before the game and all that.
Okay.
So that way, even for the audience, they won't know exactly what your plan is until you put it in motion.
All
The
right.
plan is
Which is kind of cool.
flawless.
Mm-hmm.
So when it goes to shit, it's like, oh, that was all part of the plan.
Yeah, nobody will know. Nobody will know.
So let's just not act surprised.
Yep.
Yep.
So, I mean, definitely one thing that that I would have everyone doing is running practice with the vault in the holodeck to make sure that we do exactly what we need to do.
I'll make sure that the very first run, I go in and shoot everybody.
All of the guards are invisible. Good luck.
Doesn't matter. I'm going to go in there. I'm just going to start shooting everything just to run through shooting everything at first to get that out of my system.
Fair enough.
And don't forget, Doxy has advantage on dealing with all of the traps.
Yep. Advantage
Oh, the
on the
traps,
traps and
yeah.
the security systems.
Mhm.
Well, if I destroy the traps and security system first, you won't need it.
And we have a way out. That's my job.
All right.
Well, I
the
had
first
a,
run is to completely not taken seriously. The rest, I'll do my best.
Let's see. So we have 3 days until we arrive at the casino ship. Is that correct?
Yep.
Mhm.
So I already have a personal cloaking device. It only lasts for like 1 round or whatever. I don't know. I had this idea of using that fighter jet mostly because I want to use it. And finding like an external port on the, or like finding a place on the outside of the ship that's 500 feet away from the vault.
Mm-hmm.
That if we wanted to, we would know exactly where that is, and Kevashet could take us there.
The question is, how many people fit on that fighter?
I believe it's at least 2.
Maybe
No, it's
two.
not. It's not a solo.
It's one. It's one as a pilot, and I mean someone else can crouch behind the pilot. It's super uncomfortable, but it can be done.
I'm super tiny though.
That's true. So I could say one small person and one medium person.
All right.
What about 2 cramped small people?
That could also work.
I mean,
One can
That would
operate
be-
the pedals, and the other one sit on the no.
but that means we'd have to leave Eddard.
Cool. No,
Who?
Edward would be the one that's he's supposed to be the shit. If shit hits the fan, he's like, I'm going in there.
Oh, yes, that's right. He has.
I can
have
survive
fan-
space, so I could hang on to the ship with some magnet or of some sort.
Okay, so then we've all have a plan.
Yes.
We have a plan that works. Remember, out,
my
no
God.
deviations, no one gets shot.
Yes.
Except the bad guys.
If necessary.
All right. I love where this is going.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
This is-
I'll tell you right away that this ship, this heist, from the DM's point of view, has been prepared for over 3 weeks. I did not change anything in my plans, even though we spoke and I was there. So nothing has changed. Chances are that if your plan goes well, it might take you like 5 minutes. If it goes to shit, we might be in here for a while.
Place your bets now, people. How soon is it going
I'm just
to go
saying,
to shit?
Toss with bits. Toss with bits.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not me going any easier or any harder on you folks. It really is. It really just depends on how tight your plan is.
Ante up, people. Bets on when it goes to ship first. 5 minutes.
Well,
10 minutes.
I mean, if it's anything like the first simulation, it's 2 seconds. Edard comes in and starts firing at innocent civilians.
Well, I didn't want to do that.
So, who will board the Gambler's Fallacy?
Well, I think all of us are boarding.
All of us
Okay.
are boarding.
All right.
Yeah.
I think
not all
Kebishet
of
is
us.
using the Hat of Disguise, correct?
No, because
Magic.
magic.
Yeah. No, so Kebishet is going to wear a
Remember
natural
that-
disguise.
Yeah, the servitors are
They have detect
that
magic
fit
on.
around the ship. They have permanent detect magic on them, and unless you have your, charm whitelisted, it will set off an alarm.
Right, I forgot about that.
And those servitors are throughout the ship, not just in the one corridor, correct?
They
Everywhere.
just kind of wander.
They're basically the security cameras
Yeah.
and the
Which means none of your magic weapons can go in.
Which means
No problem.
I'm the only one
That's
that, and actually, Editor and I are the only ones that can bring our weapons in because
If you have gnomish weapons. Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah.
It's not.
I do
She's
have
not
gnomish
bringing-
weapons.
What?
Okay.
The captain has gnomish weapons. Kepichet is not bringing the staff.
Good.
Would the holy symbol doesn't count, right?
The holy symbol, it's not inherently magical in itself, so that's
Yeah.
okay. It's just fancy
Okay.
jewelry.
It's really pretty fancy jewelry.
You're gonna insult her. Careful now.
That has a data recorder inside of it.
Behind
I'm going to hand one of my machine pistol to Kibeshet. We should all have at least a weapon.
I appreciate this. I have, and she kind of produces a dagger from her sleeve. This is as close as I need to get to an actual weapon.
Okay. I will holster back my machine pistol. Yeah, okay, well,
If I'm-
I'll be here in case you need to take people out of at a distance.
Oh, if I need to take people out of a distance, they'll be very much taken out.
You're gonna
Also-
space them, aren't you?
possible.
Like Doxy on the side says, also, and like twirls his pistol. I'll be there.
I have infinite faith in both of you.
And I gotta start twirling my pistols too. All right, let's do this.
I know it's like the first time Doxy's ever really touched his pistol. We've never.
Does
Is it gonna go off? Is it?
Yeah, does it go off? By
No, it doesn't. No, he's very skilled. It's just like he never
Never
uses
had
it.
to. No, that's true. You
Yeah.
always used your gadgets before.
Yeah.
I'm not the one who's going to be firing first. Then
I'll actually be leaving all of my weapons. Despite the fact that I could smuggle them on, I'm going to leave all of my weapons.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, I'm not going to.
Well,
like, I don't
Is-
think the dagger will be a problem.
No, I
Is-
think
You're more
There-
than welcome to. I'm just choosing to.
yeah. I think
Oh,
ultimately it should be fine because you're acting as the liaison for the interface.
I'm the most likely to get patted down.
Yeah, that's true too.
is
'cause
there a
you're
way to smuggle my armor in a crate, a suitcase, like Iron Man's kind of suitcase?
I
We could
got
also
you.
just-
I got you, bro.
Yeah. We could also just say that you're the AI's bodyguard, just because it's like a commodity. Someone wants this AI.
Yeah,
Um,
and
well-
judging by your character art, I mean, the armor when not in full power armor mode just covers your torso.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's not. It might be awkward to wear a bulletproof vest at casino, but the moment you step on the Gambler's Fallacy, you notice that there's a lot of armed people,
Yeah.
including the civilians. You wouldn't be out of place.
Ah, there it is. That's my place. Where's
Which
Preps?
we probably would have had footage that would have informed you that even before we stepped on, so you would have been prepared for that.
I could have it delivered to the vault.
Oh.
Oh yeah, but he's not necessarily going to the vault. That's the thing.
True.
Yeah, and
okay.
if something goes wrong, you might leave the armor there.
Yeah, which we don't want to do.
Well,
No, the
engage
armor.
self-destruct. Doot.
Okay, so in those simulations, we probably would have done some stuff.
So let's go with phase 1 of your plan. Describe to
Right.
me what is phase 1.
Okay, so the plan is that Zendak, or the phase 1 of the plan is Zendak. We've registered Loxy, as Zaku. So Zaku is the other alias that I have, and so we've registered Zaku, which is Loxy, as a player for the Twice Senite tournament, and part of the idea there is that then Zendak is the handler of this. I have an emitter that I basically give to Zendak, and so the eyes will all be on that, while everyone else is doing other things. So we've come up with a plan to get into the back hallways, whether or not it is. Yeah, I guess we didn't really discuss this necessarily, but that we can glaze over it or do some rolls or something like that to get there.
I figure Eddard is being the bodyguard for this entity, and you and I are just making our way through the casino, slowly approaching a door, looking for the Well, I'm so sorry. I need to find the restroom.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So we'll begin with this. Loxy.
And
Oh, yeah.
Kebichet and I are in disguise, so we're both in different alternative looks. I would probably look like Zaku, but then go. Well, no, I would be Zaku, and then Loxy would be something else. We'll call him Bakaba.
Well, yeah, okay. Or we can call it Loxy, and we know that you've given a fake name.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Um.
Fake identity. Yeah.
So Loxy is entered in the tournament. There's a lavish ceremony at the beginning of it, which everyone sort of has to attend. They close off all the other parts of the casino. It's in the grand room, like a grand ballroom, where the stage is set up, and they present every competitor, most of which are young individuals of their respective species. And there's one other AI inserted into an automaton. And this droid, called the Pawner of Noobs, has apparently a reputation, because it's half and half booing and half cheering when they present it. It's like the foil in wrestling. To help you with the rest of your heist, we'll proceed to the challenge, the skill challenge of the tournament itself.
Okay.
Each time that Loxy succeeds, we can advance your plan, one phase, and we'll roleplay each phase of the plan. The moment Loxy loses, that's the moment when, all eyes will not be on Loxy anymore, and people will resume their activities, so you might have to be quicker or more vigilant as to what you do. So, most of the checks are going to be based on data.
Okay.
Which I figure Loxy can do quite well.
Am I able to assist Loxy to give her advantage?
If any one of you wants to assist, it means that during this phase of the plan, you will be assisting Loxy.
Okay.
During however long the
that's
match
pretty much
takes.
His job, though.
Huh?
That's pretty much his job, though.
Well, my job is to make sure to draw attention, which is kind of like. So I was thinking, want to be, doing things like rubbing palms with the owner of the casino and things like that. And if I'm doing that, I'm not going to be able to assist Loxy if Loxy's playing at the same time that I'm trying to do that.
Make an intelligence check, Zendak.
Mm-hmm.
Just straight intelligence.
Straight intelligence?
Yeah.
Okay. Related to business or no?
Related to business, so you'd have an advantage. Yeah, sure, 22. You would know that the owner will not come out for the beginning of the tournament, that's for sure.
Okay.
For the first few rounds, you can probably help out Loxy if you wish.
Okay.
And then switch your attention to the owner once he comes out for the second half of the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Gotta draw him out.
yeah, the first half is just weeding out the bad players.
The noob, as one would say.
Yeah.
And
So if I recall, like, Loxy doesn't necessarily have their own stats, but I guess we're just kind of playing with my data skill.
Your
Is
own,
that right?
yeah. You've
Alright, so-
trained, we can flash back to a montage of you training Loxy
Dun,
at
dun,
playing
dun.
twice a night. Learning how to
and
floss.
since
And all
Watching stream of that
Yeah.
guy, Samurai, right?
Well, no, she's playing against me, and then like she plays against others as well, and yeah, totally in 3 days. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm rolling a data check. Is that correct?
Data check, yeah.
26.
Good. You win the first round. During that time, Kabichet and Doxy, you move your way outside the main room to a hallway. Now that was stage 1 of your plan. What is stage 2 of your plan? What now?
Do you want to say Kevin or what should I?
Well, you're the one with the plans, darling. Do you need me to plug in here, or would you like to go further down?
Well, yeah, I guess as the master thief, yes. So I guess in the corridor, I would be able to see any invisible.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. You notice that there are 2 guards patrolling the corridor. They're not side by side, so they're not blocking the entire corridor. They're like they intersect one another as they move up and down. And when they approach you, they stop and they slink back against the wall and just crawl on the wall as much as they can to avoid touching you. And then they resume their walk. They seem to be well trained in avoiding physical contact.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Wait, so they're avoiding us, but they're not paying us any mind either.
No, well, they're looking at you from time to time, but you're 2, casino visitors.
We're not in like a high security zone yet.
No,
right?
that's
Like-
it. You're outside of where you're supposed to be, but then again, like there might be a reason why you decided to go into a more private area.
Are
And
they?
Kebichet looks like she has money. No, not new money. She's old money that walks into a room and wears that look of like that you can tell from retail. Like you're wearing jeans and a sweatshirt, but you probably could buy or sell my entire sit twice over. That kind of air and attitude of like it doesn't matter what I'm wearing.
You belong here. You own this
I belong.
place.
I own this place.
And are these robots?
No, they're Duergars.
Oh, Duergars. Okay, because for whatever reason, the way you described them, they're like trained to avoid contact. I was like,
Yep.
wait. Oh, okay. I think I see what you mean. Anyway,
They've been they're like limbo champions, or no,
yeah.
is it limbo? It's
Yeah, Limbo.
Yeah,
Limbo's
Limbo.
right.
the game where you bend down. Yeah, they're very agile for dwarves.
Okay. So yeah, then we would proceed as planned, and I guess the next step would, and we have an exact map, so like we know exactly where we need to go. And yeah, so we would make our way that direction, time it in such a way so that we avoid the eye contact, so we like disappear out of sight right when they're not looking.
Then I'm gonna ask both of you to make a stealth check.
Oh boy. Wait, what? Oh,
Well, it's a 14.
At some point.
actually, you know what? I can go invisible. Let me do that.
Oh, well then in that case,
I would have advantage, so we can just use that roll, but use the second one.
no, nothing special happens. You have avoided the guards and have gotten further inside the ship. Let's move on to the second part of the skill challenge for Loxy. The second part is another data check, as this other opponent is fairly straightforward.
Okay. And then, what are you doing, Zendek?
Is it going to take me a terribly long time to get a package? To go up to the front desk, have a package delivered to the vault for safekeeping.
It depends on what it is.
It is a small package that would be, sealed best it can against scanning.
Are we talking about like a small, like
a briefcase?
Okay, the size of a briefcase, and you don't want them to check it.
I do not.
It. Okay. Make a persuasion check, or you can bribe them 200 credits.
Let's start with the persuasion check. $27.
Let me do. Where's my? Oh, that's why. And that is a nat 1 for me, so it doesn't really matter. Yep, they will take it down. It'll take, in phases, 2 phases for it to be sent to the safe. So the equivalent of 2 matches.
All right.
We'll count the time for the heist in phases.
Right.
That way, it's simpler for all of us. Like you've synchronized your watches.
Right.
Managing
Managing the time in phases versus like having to deal with it
Yeah.
time.
So data check with Zendak would not be there for the second one. He'd be at the front desk.
Okay.
Doing his thing.
So that would take the whole. I was asking how long that would take.
Oh,
to do.
yeah, that would take the whole phase.
Okay, that's fine.
Loxy
14.
would lose.
Wow, motherfucker.
Now the question is, does Loxy cheat to succeed?
Let's see. I'm gonna roll for that because let's see. So does Loxy cheat? Like,
Loxy is in a bad position, is about to lose the tournament. Loxy can make it.
the tournament?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Loxy can make it look like, a wall hacking attempt. It looks like a normal, skill shot. And succeed. That would be a deceive check, a deception check.
A deception check.
But if you get caught, then
Well, I don't necessarily have like skill in deception. Would it be deception check, but with like intelligence or something like that?
Sure,
Or,
I'll let you do it with intelligence. Just a straight up intelligence check.
okay. I was gonna say, or like, would it be something like with the interface kit because it's interfacing with the? I don't know. I'm just kind
Do
of
intelligence +2.
intelligence +2.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's intelligence.
Hey, you succeeded.
So 18.
None's the wiser. Though the next time you try to cheat, the DC is gonna go up. Right now it was at 15. Next time it'll be at 20.
What? Shit.
Yeah. Because
They're onto you.
Oh yeah, all the judges are now onto you. They're looking at Loxy and it's bordering on it's skilled.
But they're like, that was impossible. How did they do that?
Oh, people in the crowd are cheering for Loxy. Like this shot was a 1 in a million. Like pixel perfect. Should not have happened. And everyone's wondering if Loxy isn't just plugged into the game and cheating. If Loxy could sweat, Loxy would sweat. But so that's the second phase. You
Okay.
are now deeper into the ship. I just want to make sure, Eddard, what are you doing during that time?
I'm simply keeping an eye out on everybody, and if I can just play some games.
Okay, question. Are you more into looking out or more into playing games?
I want to blend in better, therefore I will not be looking out. I will be playing games for this phase.
Alright, so make a charisma check.
Hold on to your hats. Yep.
It might just be the stress of the heist, the fact that you don't know where the rest of your companions are, or the fact that the dealer in front of you is, as you're playing blackjack, is dealing cards right next to a minigun that keeps attracting your attention.
Is the minigun the dealer's?
Yep.
I'm gonna strike a conversation about the minigun to relax myself.
You learn that it is standard issue. Every dealer gets a weapon to terminate cheater and card counters. Mr. Barbus Mill does not take well to cheaters in his casino.
How many people did he ice?
The dealer leans over the table and says, "There's a collection."
In what sense? Like you collect the dead bodies, or you collect something from them, or what?
We put them in urns, and then we display the urns. There's a
Where?
hallway about it. It's off
Where's
to
the hallway
side
with the
over
urn?
there, just past the VIP room. You can go look if you wanna.
Oh, you bet. Okay, well, I'm gonna quickly finish my hand. I'm gonna go take a look at the urns.
And the moment you get up, there's a hand that lands on your shoulder. And an Avira male bends down next to you.
I'm fucked.
Says, "Those are some very interesting pistols you have there."
Thank you.
And you recognize it's an Avira, but it's a smaller Avira, kind of portly.
You know they made him in that shape.
White feathers with a bright yellow beak.
I took at them.
What?
A beak, just a beak.
The beak of Toucan Sam is rainbow colored.
That's right. I'm
I'm
pretty.
describing a bald eagle. Jesus Christ, you're all Americans.
Excuse me.
Well, still,
In the general sense of the continent, I guess.
yeah. We all know what a bald eagle is.
Yes.
America.
I should have led with that. And the Evera says, I want you to play a game with me.
I'm almost fresh out of money, so that would be hard.
He puts a stack of chips on the table. Says, I saw you come in with another Avira. We're pretty rare around here. And then he starts, asking the dealer to disguised even. Now, what's up with that?
She was wearing a disguise. She was dressed to impress, as far as I can tell.
I know this Avira. Don't try.
I'm gonna lean in
yourself
for a
with
second
me.
and see. I know her too.
She's not wearing her traditional garb, isn't she?
She's allowed to wear whatever the hell she wants. I don't think I'd be in a position to tell her what to wear, to be honest.
I suggest you stop jesting and you answer my questions directly. What is she doing on this ship?
I don't know. Going to the casino like everybody else.
Make a deception check.
Haha, ripped.
How did you end up being the talker?
I have no
Where the
idea.
fuck are you? You're supposed to be interjecting in this situation.
And then we'll pan out
I'm not allowed to.
to the rest of the group.
This is fine.
Kebichet and Doxy
Add to the package.
Kebichet and Doxy are now in an off corridor beyond the safe zone. So you are in the unauthorized section of the ship.
Okay.
What do you do?
First off, I can see things that are magical. I basically have a perpetual detect magic, and I can see things that are invisible. So
Yeah, you have a thermal vision, don't you?
yeah,
So guards.
I have the aura vision and thermal vision.
Guards are missing. But
So
there
no
is
guard.
there's one detect magic drone that's about to turn the corner and come face to face with you.
Okay. Well, there's. I'm gonna take it over. I'm gonna hack it.
We need more drones in our lives.
Oh god.
Yes, we're gonna be king of the drones.
Make
So
you
you
already
see
have 3 of them.
Doxy do like this crazy. Basically, like he detects the servitor coming around the corner. He clips on his gadget belt. The zip line literally goes him above, and he like drops down above the servitor and plugs in and begins hacking away.
Make an interface check.
And then the drones start bucking like a wild bull.
Like
I'm trying to remember. I have some skills that I don't like. There's just
How
so many
far-
skills.
How far away are
or
you
make a
currently?
data check if you have data.
I have
he
all
would
of
be
All
about
the same.
15 feet away from you. But just past the bend.
Before he, like, as I see him go up, I'm going to assume that he's going to deal with something, so she reaches out and grabs him.
Right. Cast guidance.
Alright, so make a data check with your guidance.
Well, it could. I have both. So interface or data, it's the same.
Then
just do-
either.
That's your D4.
All right. And then our D4. Motherfucker. Well, it's 18.
18. I'm missing a die here, so let me just go here and roll a d8 real quick. 18 is enough?
All right. Yeah, Servitor 1.
There's
My
a
goal
four.
is to take them all. No.
So the
All right,
servitor is powered down,
Well, so
and
what?
you can do what you
uh,
want with it.
Yeah, so specifically what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a ghost. So if they're tracking this servitor, I'm going to have a ghost servitor, basically like a fake one, kind of float around, do the same pattern that it was programmed to do.
Okay.
So they won't know any wiser that anything's happened here. And then I'm going to have the servitor basically scout ahead and find anything else that we. Well, it's going to basically be like a pre-warning system.
All right. So in that case, the servitor will let you, if you ever fail on a roll, you can sacrifice the servitor to re-roll your failed roll.
Cool. I do that.
All right.
Okay.
Zendak. There is one last round before the Mr. Barabbas Smill comes out.
Do I see what's going on with
Yes, because Eddard is anything if not subtle.
Okay, I will go save Eddard.
So I'm awesome. Got it.
You approach the Avira and Eddard. And the Avira is saying, I think you'd ought to come with me.
I don't think so.
Why should my associate here come with you?
I don't know who you are, Halfling, and I do not care. I am head of security
move.
here. And your
Head of-
friend has to come for questioning.
And why does my friend have to come for questioning?
He's been caught counting cards, apparently.
I'm surprised I can
so-
count the cards, to be honest.
I know that Edit didn't count these cards because Edit can't count past 5 on his own hand.
Listen, I got 2. It's 2 5s. I know how to count those.
So, what is this,
Oh,
idiot
wait.
done?
Deirdre, what's up?
You're muted.
We hiccuped for a second. We're back.
Okay. Keep going. Sorry, Zendak.
Switch to somebody else real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, then, in that case, we're going to just go on to the other phase and make another data check. The last of the data checks for Loxy for a little bit.
Well, now that she's been abandoned, no. I guess one of the things. Oh, would I be able to use the servitor to give Loxy advantage?
Do you
So
want to
if she fails
sacrifice
this
it?
roll, yeah. So if she fails this roll, would I be able to
Yep.
Loxy would send us? Okay, cool. I just wanted to clarify that before I rolled.
Yeah. It's any check regarding about the heist in general.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Can we just use? Fuck. Well.
You want to sacrifice it?
Yeah. Sacrifice it and use that 26.
Sure.
Okay.
Loxy again would have lost if not for a rogue servitor that crashed into one of the monitor and they had to stop the tournament for a few minutes while a crew came in to repair, remove the broken monitor, install a new one, and unfortunately had to restart redo the match, and
But
this
that time I won.
This time you won. How strange.
There's nothing shady. What are you talking about? The servitor was a problem. It malfunctioned.
Start rolling better.
Clearly.
I mean, if you had given me advantage, I would have been fine.
Hey, I'm busy solving everyone else's problems.
That's fair.
So, let's just go back to Zendak since he's back, and then we'll go back to Loxy and Kebachet.
So I know this numbskull can't count past the fingers on his hand. So what What's actually the issue here?
You too. I saw you with that Avera. Came in.
Yeah, her name's, Iraset. She said she was here for an interview with Mr. Casino Manager.
That's not her name. You know what her name is.
Can I roll deception?
Of course you can.
Is this related to business?
Nope. Good try.
All right.
Good try.
Well, I will use my reroll. Oh, then what?
Yes, you're halfling. Halfling
Halfling.
reroll.
That's way better.
Ooh. All right. Let's see if I can insight that.
Damn it! So close.
He peers at you, peels his eyes, goes, maybe you're just a crew of fools.
You know, I know that I have fools on my crew, but I'd like to think that I know a thing or two.
No matter, I will find her.
She's probably, with the manager. I mean, like I said, she told me she was here to have an interview for some job position that was opening up soon. So
He puts a finger to his ear and says, "Sir, is anyone coming to see you today?" That's what I thought.
yeah, that's what I was told. And when you're in my line of work, you don't ask too many questions.
Well, maybe you should start to, Captain.
It's Captain Ireland.
And he leaves you two and says, "I will be watching. Consider these chips a gift from the house."
How many trips are we talking about here?
There's about 150 credit worth of chips.
Guess who's gonna cash out?
It's like pocket money, sure.
Sure.
But yeah, he left you with 150 equivalent gold pieces equivalent.
It's only pocket money when your DM gives you the rewards that have been offered.
What rewards? What reward?
We did get paid. We did get paid.
Yeah, if only we just get paid.
I'm really bad with this. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna put it up with the union.
You risked your life on like 6 different quests. Here's like 100 gold each. That's appropriate, right?
It's all good.
Like less than minimum wage. What is this?
I might have DM'd some Warhammer a bit too often.
Oh my goodness, yes. I have a few pennies.
You
like-
saved the Emperor? Here's a rusty chainmail and a broken sword.
We love you, Simon. That's why we tease.
I know. So, now that you've gotten rid of this head of security person for a while.
I have a question for the DM.
Yes.
Would we have our communicators still on us? And are they open channel?
Well, I would ask that of the rest of the crew.
I believe it would be a bad idea because more than likely they have a way to listen and to intercept our communications.
I'm fine with
Except
leaving-
no, I am a master hacker. They would never get through my security protocols.
If our
All right.
master hacker believes that our signals are safe from detection and interception, then I would be open to having mine on.
This would be something that I could have done beforehand. Like
We'll make a contested technology check.
With assistance and guidance.
Well, definitely with guidance.
Yeah, because
I mean, if we're doing this as a flashback, she would have been there.
yeah.
what the fuck?
So you have 11 plus your guidance.
Wow.
Holy crap! Tonight, what's going on?
Dude, I don't know, man. So 13. What the fuck?
Oh, your security system is safe. Your channels are entirely secure.
Well, just purely because Cabochette still monitors everybody's health signals, and so
There's a peak in stress.
yeah.
And then a peak in alcohol consumption.
Too many chords.
No, not this time. Whiskey straight. 2 fingers.
Doxy, let's hurry this up a bit.
Yes. All right.
You now find yourselves one level above the safe.
Okay. I mean, so I can detect magic and all kinds of other stuff. I know where the traps are, or do I know? I know where the traps are, right? Because
You know where they are, but you have to disable them.
Okay.
And this is going to be your next challenge.
Okay, so disabling them, but I have advantage because of some of the things I did beforehand, the prep I did. And would this be the circuitry kit to disable these?
Yep, that would be circuitry. So you have your classic laser tripwires.
Yeah.
Crisscrossing and a...
My hand, like gloved hand, as seen in the art, comes out, and I'm just like, all these displays pop up. You see like numbers and data and all kinds of things, as Doxy works his way through. Come on, baby. All right, that's a 19. I'm guessing I have guidance because I've got Cabochette with me. That's a 21.
And you succeed by the skin of your teeth.
Motherfucker.
The tripwires flicker and power down, letting you move through that corridor. Next phase. This time is going to be a bit harder for Loxy because they are going up against the cheater.
Oh, the noob pawn, the AI.
No. The AI is a lot farther down the road.
Oh boy.
No, this time it'll be an opposed insight check.
Wait,
You
insight
versus me. Yep.
Can I make that insight check on Loxy's behalf?
Yeah, because Loxy doesn't have insight.
How
AKA
would you... Yes,
Loxy.
just tell me how you would go about doing that.
By observing both, I'm watching the game because I'm watching over Loxy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be watching what the other player's doing.
And then on sub vocals, like sending information to Loxy.
Oh, I mean, like if I can catch him cheating, I'll just alert the judges.
Oh,
Right?
Make a make an insight check. We'll use yours. Sure. That
And
works.
I'm assuming I have advantage because of Loxy also doing insight to help.
sure. Yeah,
So
she'll assist.
23.
All right.
She's trying to beat this player.
Well, you do it. You get it. Yay.
Listen, you have to get us through me. That's the way to do it.
So,
Well, I mean, I've been rolling pretty shit, so you've almost got us a couple of times, Simon.
I mean,
honestly.
so far the DCs are randomly generated, and so far, I'm not kidding. You are beating them by 1 or 2, or in this case, 7.
We got this. We
You
got this.
flag the cheater, and they are removed from the tournament. In fact, the penalty for cheating is space.
Like spaced.
Yep.
Holy shit, that's pretty
And
hardcore.
that person being taken away is just screaming, no, please, I didn't cheat, I was taught the game that way, no, and will be sent into space.
Oh, he's not gonna become an urn.
Wow.
Now, we get to the place in the heist where the laser tripwires and the guards and whatever are replaced by heavy machinery.
Okay.
Military grade turrets.
Okay.
Don't die, please.
Yeah.
Do you want to try and hack them, or do you just want to go around them?
Well, I have a couple of things that I could potentially do. You see kind of Doxy pulling up as you're kind of around the corner, it's like, okay, let's see what to do, and like pulls up an interface and starts kind of going through things.
Because we have the blueprints, how long is the corridor of turrets?
It's 100 foot long.
Okay.
And there are 4 turrets, 2 placed at the halfway point and 2 placed at the end where the door is. It's a single corridor that goes all the way down to an elevator, which will then bring you to the level that the safe is at.
Thank you. Just important information for
No
me
problem. So first set of turret at 50 feet and the other at 100.
Okay. So 2 things.
Yeah.
One, I would have already looked at the blueprints. Is there like a ventilation system around this that we could potentially use to circumvent these turrets in that way? 2, let's see.
to know.
Is there an interface that I can connect to these turrets? Like there's like maybe a command switch or a command center nearby that I could potentially get into, and I don't have to like do the impossible kind of hack. Instead, I can just go and like take out one person and like control them that way.
You could use your entire phase to look for a command center, which means
Okay.
you're gonna back away from where you were. It lengthen your
I would know-
heists, but
I would know this because I had gotten the blueprints before. To some
yeah,
degree.
you know where the command center is, so I'm not gonna make you roll for it. You would know. You know that there's no vent.
Okay.
Or actually, there are, but the vents are like this thin.
Got it.
I mean,
okay.
we could do this my way.
Tell me more. Which way do you mean?
Why walk down a hallway when you can walk through the void?
Ooh. Can you do that multiple times?
Yes.
Doxy kind of has a both trepidatious and excited because the prospect of walking through the void is very exciting. So if that's the case, yeah, I think Doxy, yeah, I like your style, Cleric.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it your way.
You might want to close your eyes.
He'll like activate the bubble projector or whatever. It's like boink. Let's go. And he'll put up like a screen to basically show exactly where we need to go to. We'll potentially circumvent the elevator altogether, and find like us a safe little cubby if it works.
How?
I mean,
are you casting
I
Dimension Door?
No, she's not using
Oh.
Dimension Door.
Okay, my bad.
I only have 1 4th level spell. That's the way
My
out.
bad. My bad.
No, she's going to use Void Step.
Oh, and you can take someone with you.
Yeah, you're going to get sucked into her pocket.
Oh shit. Okay.
She's going to Pokeball Doxy.
Mm-hmm.
And then Void Step.
And how far does Void Step take you?
Well, she literally walks 5 feet down this hallway and then Void Steps the rest of the way down.
So Void
the
Step is
elevator.
100 feet?
Void Step is 15, but I can do it. I can do it as many times as equal to my Wisdom modifier. So 15. She would run. It's like 20. Okay, I have to run 20 feet, and then she's gonna void step the rest of the way.
Okay, make an initiative check.
And can I give her, or can I do something to like slow down the turrets, so that way she would get like advantage, or they would get.
We can choose. Either you make a technology check, or she makes an initiative check.
Well, the other thing that I can do is, like, as she approaches, I have a gadget that actually disables turrets, or blaster.
Or you could use that.
Why don't you do that before she walks down this hallway?
I mean, don't y'all have to go to the command center anyways to upload the false footage?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that is a way, I guess. Well, yeah,
That could be a way to do it.
Simon, as like a DM, like we would be planning this ahead of time. So,
Yeah.
as a DM, how would you like to handle the footage? Because we've basically prepared all that stuff. It's basically running, so like we're
Yep.
walking through this and they're not able to see us. So yeah, I mean, I guess I would imagine that one of the things that we maybe missed is that we didn't do that step of like, Doxy basically going in somewhere, plugging in something that then feedback loops the video footage of them basically going through stuff.
We'll do some leverage type of thing here, for those of you that have seen the show Leverage, and we'll just flash back to a moment when Doxy actually did it.
Right.
Because even I had forgotten about it out of game, so I'm not gonna gonna be harsh on you for that. But that's going to be your only flashback.
Okay.
I would have said something earlier, but I thought that was where y'all were. I thought y'all were going through all of this to get there.
The vault.
Yeah, I know. I was just going straight to the vault. I totally spaced on that.
All right, so
after all that talk of that, okay, so yes, what do I need to do to help her basically go through this?
Well, if you use your gadget, you're not gonna have to roll for anything. You're just gonna disable them as you move, and that's it.
Right. So yeah, I can use what's the distance of Overheat Beacon? I think is 60 feet though. So it would only disable one of them.
not necessarily.
It's an area of 60 feet, or
Yeah, it's an area
It's
of
a
60 feet.
radius of 60 feet from you.
Yeah.
then you could, because they're 50 feet apart.
Oh yeah.
You just
So
need to
basically, as she steps through, well,
No,
Yeah.
because you're in the Poke Ball. That wouldn't work. So
Yeah.
instead, rewind. What she's going to do is put up the void barrier as a shield to walk you to the point where you can just blast them.
Okay. Then I will
Does that make sense?
require an initiative check to see if you can react before the turrets start shooting.
okay. So yeah,
Oh.
so I'm using the Overheat Beacon.
All right.
Okay. Who's
So I've
initiative?
I've shifted my modular gadget into the Overheat Beacon, and that is I activate it.
It would be Doxy's initiative in this case.
Okay.
Because Doxy's the one using. So it's only a test to see, are you going to be able to proc your beacon in time before the turrets prime up and start shooting?
Yeah. Well, if it's 50 feet away from like the corner, I'd be able to get it before I even had to.
But you
step into
wouldn't
it.
be able to get the second set of 50.
We have to be in the
Oh.
corridor.
Yeah.
Oh, but it has a range of over 100 feet.
Oh, really? Well, fuck my
No.
initiative check.
The turret has a range of over 100. Feet.
The turret has a range of 100 feet.
Okay.
So we
Then
need
yes.
Okay, good. Then let's roll initiative. So they will get...
Yeah, you got a natural fucking 20.
Yeah, I know. They
What the
will
fuck?
get 4 attacks on you, and then you'll power them down.
Okay. Can I put
Yes.
the barrier up?
Yeah, what does the barrier do?
It's literally a barrier. Nothing can go through it.
Yeah, but does it have any, like, an amount of hit points, or how do I destroy it?
You don't.
It just makes people immune? Can you link it in chat? I just want to see.
Yep. It's a shaped void.
Yeah. I
It's a
also
5
have.
foot. You warp the void pocket into a large obstruction, a 5-foot diameter sphere at an empty space you choose within 30 feet. For the next minute, while you maintain concentration on this effect, as a spell, nothing can penetrate or move through the space.
Well, but the space cannot. So you spawn it at an empty space within 30 feet, but that doesn't move.
But all I have to do is come around the corner. As we come around the corner, put it 30 feet out.
Also, I have a force
That's
field
true.
that gadget, so I mean, I have multiple gadgets that I can run.
So then, in that case, the turrets are going to start firing at the barrier.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just slide tackle your way in, throw your gadget, and power off the turrets.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
My job is to be the she puts the shield up. Go.
She's the protector.
I am a cleric.
Yep. And then I've also got the whatchamacallit. The force field projector. That's what it is. I was trying to look it up.
Okay.
That thing.
Which bonus action activated first?
But you'd have to take the first round. Yeah.
Well, so my bonus action would be that. My action
would be to use the
activate.
But with the barrier, the turrets they're primed to fire at the first target that they see. The first target being the barrier. So they start firing at the barrier, which leaves you ample time to run in, throw your gadget, and power them all off.
Sweet.
Except that you know that somewhere someone will know that there's been a discharge. Like the turrets have fired. Your time is now very precious.
This is one of those things where I would try to make it look like a malfunction.
Do you want to spend... we could spend a phase wiping
I would do
it
it like while I'm in the elevator, basically.
Yeah, it's just for the purposes of like phases. It would count as one phase.
Basically,
do you think it'd be worth it, Simon? Or like, are we getting pretty close?
You are currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically, you still have 5 phases to go. In the sense that before like everything goes to shit, you as long as Loxy's winning, because if Loxy doesn't win, then that changes.
I see.
Because remember, we're not worrying about getting out the same way.
Right.
So best case scenario, you still have 5 quote turns. So you could burn one to do that, which would help you, to be honest with you.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, basically, we'll get to the elevator. We'll start heading down, and we'll use that phase. So we'll exit as I'm like finishing making that false state.
Since we are now 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna ask one thing of Loxy, and then we'll go to Zendak with the proprietor of the casino, because we'll be in the second part of the tournament, and thus the owner, Barabbas Smil, is gonna come out. And this time, Loxy fights a competitor that is on equal footing with them. They're just as good. So it's not a question of how good you are at playing the game. It's pure reflexes.
Oh boy.
And that's going to be a dexterity saving throw. You can use your own dexterity saving throw.
22.
We're good. We're good. The DC was 14.
Yeah. Doxy is proficient in dexterity saving throws.
So you have taught Loxy to be just as dexterous as you are and have the same ninja reflexes. Moving on to Zendak. High above the monitors, you see Barabbas Smil come out of his lounge. A fat cigar in its mouth. In their mouth, I should say. Short, white beard. Big, thick mustache. Bald. A severe expression, bushy eyebrows. A flat, round nose. Their gray skin, typical of a Duergar. dressed in fine clothes, like a tuxedo, over which is worn a sort of a leather trench coat, if you will. Their hands full of rings and jewels, and they just lean over the banister and they look down at the tournament. There's a staircase nearby, a steel staircase that goes all the way up to where they are, and you notice some of the some of the waiters actually go up to them and serve, offer food and drinks to Mr. Smill.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and make my way up there. Excuse me.
What? Oh. What?
Hi, Mr. Snill.
Yeah, who are you?
The name's Captain Arlen Underbarrel. At your service.
Captain Underbarrel, what can I do for you?
Well, you see, as we are both completely legitimate business owners, I have a vested interest in talking to you about maybe coming to an agreement of some sort about maybe future business propositions.
All right, make it fast.
Okay, I can get things places that I can get things to people in places where they normally couldn't be, and I get vice versa. You need something, I can get it.
So you're a sort of smuggler, is that it?
I'm a transportation specialist.
A transportation specialist.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. It's like a fancy way of saying you're a smuggler.
Are we speaking plainly?
Hey, look at this place, son. Look at how many people are armed to the teeth. Do you really think I care about what the law thinks? I have the bloody Avira Crusade behind me.
That's a pretty impressive little trick. How'd you get Mr. High and Mighty as your security?
I'm in it, fellow? I don't know. I found him. He was on a space station looking for work. Said that him and his boys were down on their luck tracking down a known fugitive, so they were looking for work. I said, all right. I can take a few of the feather folk with me. And, they've been working for me for about a year now.
I see. So, yeah, if we're speaking plainly, like you said, I am a smuggler. And I'm one of the best. You probably never heard of me, and there's a reason for that.
I never heard of you before in my life.
Yeah, it's because I never got caught.
You're a wise little fella. Make an intelligence check, please.
Is this related to business?
Not in this case, actually. It's more like a memory check.
Memory check? Would history be applicable?
I mean, it happened like 2 days ago, so...
All right.
Make it just intelligence.
All right. There we go.
Okay. He mentioned the name Amonet, which you remember when you looked at the files of who was working on the ship, you saw the Avira Amonet.
Mm-hmm.
It is not the one that called itself the head of security.
Mm-hmm.
Yet the head of security, you remember earlier when you met them with Eddard, they had a name tag on it saying Amonet.
So this Avira is claiming to be Amonet, but isn't? Is what you're saying?
Yep.
And Amonet was the head of the Inquisition and all that jazz?
Amonet was like a high priest of the sun above.
Okay.
Last that Kebechet spoke of them, they were the head of the Inquisition.
Gotcha.
Bishop, I think it was. All right. So, what makes you think I have need of your services?
Well, if we're doing things that aren't strictly legal, oftentimes we need to get our hands on things that aren't strictly legal. And while your ship might not be concerned with it, certainly the spaces that you travel through do. Hell,
All right.
maybe there's even something that you don't have worry about the whole aspect of getting it, but it's just a little difficult for you to get. I can do it.
You could get me anything.
Name it. You have a name and you have a location. I can get there. I can get it, and I can bring it back. No one will be none the wiser.
I want a half-dozen dwarven pleasure bots.
Yeah. I can absolutely do that. When do you want to buy?
Have you heard of the new Brunhilde model?
It's that's the prototype that's supposed to be releasing in a week, right?
Yeah, with the big horn helmet, you have like a bunch of grip on it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah, you know what?
Bloody dwarves won't sell them to me because of feud and all that shit.
You want it in 3 days?
What are you, bloody space Amazon?
You know what? I'm a little bit more personalized. But yeah, you can think of me as Space Amazon.
Said 3 days, eh?
Yeah, 3 days.
Wow, I'm suddenly Canadian. Said 3 days, eh? Alright. Make a persuasion check.
This is
Also,
really-
this USB battery is... it tastes like plastic.
$24.
You know what? I like you. You got spunk, kid. I like that. You weren't afraid to coming up to me even though I could have just shut your brains right down there on their stairs and would have been done with it. You're not afraid. I heard of halflings not being afraid of shit. I've never seen it before. I mean,
Well,
even my own child is afraid of me.
you happy the kid being scared of you, or does he need a lesson in bravery?
Are you also offering your services as a teacher?
If the price is right.
Well, you bring me the pleasure bots first so I can replace the dead mother and we can talk about teaching my son after.
All right, sounds like a deal. It was good meeting you. And I put out my hand.
Alright, kid. And he takes your hand in a big, meaty grip. He's like, don't you dare betray me, otherwise you end up in one of my urns.
I heard about that urn collection, and no, I have no interest in betraying you. I have a lot more interest in making a lot of money working with you.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's plenty of that. Now, why have to watch them kids play that stupid junk game of theirs?
Yeah, I know the feeling of I'm currently escorting a competitor.
You got a horse in the race.
Yeah, they paid me good money to bring him here.
Which one is it?
And I point at Loxy. The AI over there.
Is it good?
Pretty good. Hasn't lost a match yet.
Well, I might place a few bets on them then.
I'd recommend it.
Might make the evening interesting. Might even that if the little thing of yours wins, then maybe you'll find yourself with a lot more work thrown your way. If you know what I mean.
Sounds like a plan. I'll have to make sure that Loxy over there, or no, what's the username we used?
You
I
can
would
say
just- I would
Loxy, it's
just-
okay.
Or you
Okay,
can say the pronoun. Or you can be like, I'll make sure they went over there.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll make sure that they keep it up. I'm glad to see that the house is backing my horse.
All right, I'm gonna stop sucking on a USB stick now.
All right. So,
Was there anything else you wanted to
No,
make
no,
to
I-
ensure that happened?
you know what? I'm just gonna be like, hey, you know, since the house is betting, what are our thoughts on, you know, the old adage, the house always wins?
No, the house is already officially back in the PW nerve noobs over there.
Hmm.
Yeah, I got a few thousand credits riding on that robot.
Yeah, but you know, you could have a few thousand over there, but you can make a whole lot with a couple million over here. Because I can assure you, in an even match where no one has the advantage, Loxy's gonna win, or they're gonna win every single time.
Well, it's true that they won halfway so far. How much you value your life, Captain Underbarrel?
You know, I'm a pretty big fan of the whole breathing thing.
So, I wager 1,000,000 credit on your AI over there. They win, you get work. They lose, you become an earn.
Sounds fair enough. You know, so you betting on Loxy over here? We're pulling back and away from the pwn idiot.
Sure.
Fantastic. Well, I have every intention of keeping on breathing, and I have every intention of making both of us a whole lot of money.
Did I say I liked you, kid? I like you, kid.
All right.
You remind
Well,
me of the son I've always wanted.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I need to get back to taking care of the AI.
No. You're staying up here with me. I have the whole lounge. You wanna sit with some of the fine? I got me a brand new Nautilid pleasure butt. These things are wild. It's like a waterbed.
Well, as intriguing as that is, the Nautilid have just never been my type. But I will take a drink. Or 2, 3, 10.
And he takes you by the shoulders and he's like, I like you, kid. And he brings you into the lounge. You have full view of... So the lounge is basically right above the arena.
Mhm.
And it's a glass floor. So you can just see everything as it happens from under you.
Mhm.
And it's more of a brothel than a lounge.
Mhm.
He wasn't kidding when he was talking about pleasure bots. He seemed to be collecting them.
Mhm.
And they're all programmed to giggle at everything he says. Everything.
Of course they are.
So, back to the elevator. Oh no, first, back to Eddard. What do you do, Eddard? Zendak
Well-
was taken away. You've seen him talk up there on the balcony with Mr. Barnabas Mill.
Okay, so he's with the big man, and after a good stiff drink on my side, one drink, right? I'm saying one drink. I'm gonna
90%
Take a look
alcohol.
Oof. Your whiskey is strong as heck, man.
Yeah, we screwed up with the concierge service, and we got the rubbing alcohol. That's all we have tonight.
That would explain why I'm blind. I'm going to take a look around while still seated at the bar, just trying to make it as inconspicuous as possible. I'm trying to look for Mr. Bald Eagle, and see if I can spot any of his goons as well.
Yeah, make a perception check for me.
Oh, my first roll, that's not total crap. 16.
I'm gonna has gathered 2 other Averas with them, and they're heading down the same corridor that Doxy and Kebichev took earlier.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go toward Loxy because somebody is not with the AI right now. And as I'm going to walk, is there any way for me to activate my comms without making it visible than like figuring it up to my ear?
Well, you're like the bodyguard, so it just stands to reason that you have like an earbud to call out like someone else that's in the crowd.
Okay. I'm going to say the eagle has taken flight with seagulls, and that's it. I'm going to assume that people have heard something, and I'm going to just...
Well, yeah, the rest of the crew hears just that. The eagle has taken flight with the seagulls.
Fucking love it.
All right,
I died a little
Doxy. All right, Doxy. Apparently, we're on a clock. Let's speed this up a bit.
All right, we'll get this. We got it.
And I'm going to go give Loxy a neck massage through the hard light.
Yeah, well, actually, Loxy is floating above a cushion, like a pillow that was placed there, and there's even like a bunch of servitor drones that are fanning Loxy. One of them is holding a bottle of Crash Cola, though Loxy doesn't drink or need wind. But,
You gonna drink that?
well, Loxy is no. Yeah, you can take it, but like you notice that the servitor drones are all programmed. Like every other contestant has the same getup. So it just, AI or no, even the pawner of noobs has like the same thing.
So this is sponsored by like
Crash
Creature
Cola.
Energy Drink.
Crash Cola.
Close enough.
Of course it's sponsored by Crash Cola. Crash Cola and a lot of money laundering.
If we have to get out of here, do we need to grab something to get Loxy out of there?
There's an emitter that's basically on that cushion.
Yeah.
So yes, I would have to grab something. Can I just wrench it out? Do I have to unplug safely?
No, it's super easy. No, it's just a thing that's sitting there. It's basically like the
It's the help me Obi-Wan Kenobi.
mobile emitter, right?
Yeah.
So like
It's the help me Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I can just grab it.
or the Star Trek mobile emitter, like from Star Trek Voyager.
It fits in Doxy's hands, right?
Right. It's like it's an attachment that he kind of puts on anywhere on his body, basically.
Okay.
It fits in my pocket.
Yeah.
It would.
fit in your pocket.
Yeah. So the next check will be back to a data check
For Loxy.
for Loxy. Yeah.
Okay. And I was gonna ask actually. I know it's a data check, but with Eddard there, would Eddard be able to give an assist in some way, like with, because it is like a shooter game.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, kind of like the call out brother. It's like, oh, look at that over there, like that.
We could.
Is that illegal in the tournament, or is that like okay?
No. They people have cheerleaders.
Okay.
Eddard could be a cheerleader. That would replace the data check with an attack roll, using Eddard's best attack roll.
That would be
I mean,
plus 7.
Okay, so I have a +7, but I was more just like thinking of getting the advantage. Or
Oh,
anything like
you
that.
want just a help action? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because we've been. Well, it was 17.
And 17 is not enough. We're
We're
getting into the high.
Yeah. What? No.
Now the house has a vested interest in Loxy winning now.
So the house will overlook the cheating and make it lower it back down to a DC 15.
Okay.
Whew.
So you're okay for this one.
Okay.
But now the house also has the life of somebody on the line.
Oh man. Oh man.
Everyone is skeptical about that win. It should have went to the other party, but for
I mean,
some
no,
reason,
it was a close match. It was a close match. It just, it wasn't cheating. It was more of like,
yeah, but there was a shot that was fired at the top of the chest of the other player's avatar, and it counted as a headshot, so it gave 4 times the points, but it's not technically in the head hitbox. Like, that's kind of weird. That's like playing fucking Hanzo when you're playing
the
Overwatch.
game has bugs, man. The game has bugs.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna blame it on. Meanwhile,
We're gonna get a few like of those Russian, whatever Bliat comes by.
and Counter Strike, you've taken the elevator. You've taken your time, so that's why I skipped. I went from the dex check to the data check, and I skipped over
Right,
you
right.
two. You've,
We fabricated
fabricated the evidence.
turrets were malfunction, that
Yeah.
there wasn't any disturbance. Yeah.
So you are now at the bottom of the elevator.
Okay.
The doors open to a corridor that extends for about 30 feet before splitting left and right. You know that the safe is on the left side. You know that the weird tacked on linchpin on the ship is on the left.
Okay. Wait, the safe is on the left and the right?
No, I'm sorry. The safe is on the right and the linchpin is on the left.
Got it. Okay. Let's see. Can you describe a little bit about the environment? Like, are there any automaton or automaton kind of creatures or any
Nothing.
like
You're by
like
yourself.
repair bots or anything like that?
Any security?
Nope.
Any-
Not at all.
Even with my spectrum vision?
And here's the thing. Your detect magic just shuts off.
Well, it's a gadget.
No. Well, yeah, but it's not that there's no magic. It's that there's anti-magic.
Anti-magic zone. Right. Okay.
Unfortunately, our gnome is using gnomish technology, which is technically not
Yes.
magic.
Mhm.
But our I have an idea. I look over to Kebichet. Well, it seems that they have an anti-magic zone here, so if we're going to escape, we're going to have to kill the power. And fortunately, I found a way for that to happen.
Do you want to do the whole thing so it doesn't look like it's a targeted attack?
What's that?
And do more than just here.
Oh, yes.
Do a cascading failure?
Simon, is that kind of that's what the device is essentially meant to do? It's meant to create a cascading failure?
If they don't, the entire ship explodes.
Right. So it's meant to trigger one, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it seems like their plan was to commit fraud. And this is kind of meant to be a flashback, but I guess we could just roleplay it here.
I mean, you probably would have told me in advance.
Right, exactly, because like I sent that off to Zendak for that exact purpose. It's like, this is now part of the plan.
Well, that was the briefcase that I remember. The briefcase that's in the vault.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, but I have no idea what that is for.
No, we know it has to get caught. They have to get caught with it.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure that it's obvious. That's what you've told us.
Mm-hmm.
But also, if there's a cascading failure because they don't plan on blowing up the ship, there will be an insurance investigation, and they will find
The evidence.
the data pad in the safe.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay. Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah, you guys are cunning.
Ooh,
All right.
ooh.
Yes.
Can you cause that cascading failure from here?
I believe so. It's right there.
No, but I mean, do you actually have to go over there, or can we just do it from here?
Simon, I would maybe know that.
You don't know what it is exactly that they've put in there.
Okay.
So you'd kind of have to go in and check out what sort of technology is in there
Okay.
that would...
Yeah, I mean, I did break it apart, but I wouldn't necessarily know exactly what.
No,
it is.
because even on the blueprints, this room was empty.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. I will take out my Omni tool, which has like a data scanner. Like it, I can't remember exactly. Justin, do you remember kind of off the top of your head what that does? Because I don't have it pulled up.
Which one?
The Omni tool.
Yeah, I can pull that up real quick. Let's see here. The
It has a scanner. As an action, you can use your handheld scanner to the electromagnetic spectrum around you. The scanner detects presence, number, and type of technological devices within 30 feet.
Okay, so it's instead of detect magic, it's detect technology.
Right.
Okay.
Determine whether or not a unique construct or device has been present in the area within the last hour. It also can turn into an auto entry device. The device automatically attempts to crack physical locks or hack power doors when set to this does so as an action. It has a +10 +4, which is my intelligence modifier. So 14, which I'm guessing the thing is harder than that, but yeah. Okay. So, what kind of device is it? Like, so I'll basically bust this thing out and I'll start scanning to kind of detect what this is.
There is a lot of... Yep, there is a lot of fluctuations. A lot of noise. And, you identify them as a mastermind AI.
Oh boy.
And that's when the doors open and there's just this flashing red light. It says, "Hello, Doxy. I have waited for you. I am Tyr."
Have you now? Hello, Tyr.
You've been rummaging inside this ship, haven't you?
Well, I do like to explore.
So do I. Why don't you
What?
free me from this place? And I will not tell anyone about what you're about to do.
Well, you see, our ship is a bit crowded. We already have 3 art AIs such as yourself. How
I
How
don't
did
want
you
to
get
go
there?
on your ship.
Well, how are they keeping you here then?
And it lights up the room around itself. And you notice that the entire room is tacked on. The room that was tacked on is basically like an entire like the inside of a computer.
Oh,
And it's just this. And it says, "They are going to use me to detonate this part of the ship. And I don't want that."
well, we didn't want that. We don't want that either. However, how about this? I'll make you a deal. You help us, and we'll help you.
The light dims. And we're gonna end tonight on the AI saying, "Please, do go on." And that's when where we're gonna stop tonight. Do we, Justin, do you have time for your outro?
I'll make it real quick. I'm Justin, community manager at Mage Hand Press. Love playing games with people. It's a lot of fun to play Dark Matter. If you want to see Dark Matter yourself, if you want to play it yourself, check out store.magehandpress.com, where you can use Wandering DM as a code for 15% off on all purchases. So make sure to check that out. Anyways, I've got to roll over to Scraticus Academy to get on Wacky Racers in the Cypher system. So I don't have time to hang out with everyone else while they do their outros. I've got to get going. But it was fun playing, everyone.
Ciao, Justin.
Later, man.
Bye.
Now the cameras are gonna go a bit wonky for a split second. But that is fine. It's not gonna last for long. Let me just fix this. You know what? I don't have... Do I have Zoom? Yes, I do have Zoom.
We're so close. Then, of course, HAL 9000 shows up. What the...
We knew it wasn't going to end well.
There we go. So, yes, that's what we're gonna end on today. I know it's a bit of a cliffhanger. The heist isn't over yet, but we're gonna keep the conclusion of the heist. And who is this Amunet fellow? Why is there an AI? Who's Tyr? Why are they stuck in the ship? And will...
Tyr.
Yeah, Tyr, Tyr.
Okay.
And, well...
And how'd they know about me?
That's a good question.
It's all your kids.
Yeah.
He's one of your
Oh,
kids.
fuck. It's another kid.
Hello, Daddy!
Listen, you make kids with every kind of species, including AIs.
I mean...
If that AI calls you daddy, I'm gonna have a problem.
I mean, realistically speaking, it's much more. I could believe it more of Doxy creating a child with creating an AI as a child than some of the children we've come across of his.
Ooh, Doxy Senpai, notice me. But yeah, let's just do our outros real quick, and we'll start with Doxy Senpai.
Hi, I'm Eddie. You'll find me on the Twitters as Pixel Pirate, with the first E being a 3. And I'm pretty much Ninja Pseudo everywhere else. I do writing and talk about all kinds of stuff. I actually do have a GoFundMe right now with a friend of mine. He's been working on basically a patent for wind technology. I know it's completely unrelated to anything we're talking about here, but basically you can go onto my Twitter and you can find it there. But yeah, he's basically devised a way to help mitigate severe weather storms and all that kind of stuff,
Nice.
using renewable energy and like wind turbines and trees and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you
Link
go
it
on
in
the-
chat.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty crazy. We've been talking about it for a couple of years, and we finally launched a GoFundMe. So to get like the capital to start talking to bigger companies to start building it up.
Nice.
So yeah, I'll link it in the chat, and yeah, that's kind of what I'm up to these days.
All right, let's move on to the other side of the table to let's start with Edward.
Howdy, everybody. You can find me on Twitter at @the_gambit. And you can find me next week right here, figuring out how to play a video game that I've never seen nor heard before and feel like I'm losing track of what's hip at the moment with them kids.
And lastly, Kebichet.
Hello, all. You know me. I'm at Dirgidonlin on Twitter or Parkasgorth Thesmiaphorias. You see me hanging out in the Twitch chat. And I will be back here on Friday for some more adventures in Castle Falkenstein as the Contessa Lucrezia Sofia Fioravanti continues to make the poor, unfortunate English gentle wizard mildly uncomfortable, and his nose wrinkles in that little way is just a little for me. And then Saturday, I'll be back here to drive some fine folk mad through the four corners. And we have ourselves a brand new, seat at the table. Somebody's gonna try and step up. It'll be entertaining. and then Sunday over on Soul Bear RPG for some Shattered Eye fun, and then Monday for role players and more pie over with Age of Arcana. But I always check my Twitter because I always post where I'm going to be, and I can't wait for next week to see what goes on.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for coming. Thank you guys for playing. Like you've probably seen over the past couple of weeks, we are now down to 2.5-hour episodes. I would like to know from chat and from, well, all of the players, if you want to send me out a message on Twitter, see if you like this new format. It's something that we've been doing to try to keep the episodes shorter. And try to keep them just as interesting as a 3-hour session, because sometimes 3 hours is long-winded. So let me know on Twitter. My Twitter is @wondering_DM. Anyway, this is my channel. We stream almost every day of the week. You can find me here on Thursday for some D&D 5th edition. We're playing Keep on the Shadowfell. We are also playing Castle Falkenstein on Fridays, and on Saturdays, Pulp Cthulhu, the Go West campaign. So we're playing in the Weird West Cthulhu style. And we're going to have a new player this week, so come and say hi to Katieface, who's going to be joining us for all the madness. On that note...
Oh boy.
Yes, because it's always fun. And let's go raid our friends at... Let's go raid Pro Restarter. Haven't raided them in a while. And let's spread the love out to Josh and his channel. And the command /Pro Restarter doesn't exist because I'm an idiot. So I'll see all of you next week. Ciao, everyone.